Hello, hello. And my name is Antonio Edward. And what I have to talk about today is the Office 365 and how to make it work for your company. And my experiences with Office 365, Microsoft SharePoint, Exchange, Communicator 2007 R2, which is now Link 2010 and then 13. And so the reason I want to talk about this because I think a lot of people when they get Office 365 for enterprises and businesses, they're not really sure of how to use it and how far they can take it because there are a lot of things you can do with Office 365 which it's it's countless, and I don't even think I have the time on this video to explain it all either. And so I only have a limited amount of minutes. Reason why it's dark because I am recording at night, and I just had a thought in my head, so I decided to just turn on the camera and start recording. So basically, you're just hearing my voice, just as if you're listening to like an MP3 or something. But I'll be uploading this video to YouTube, of course. Um, but this video is at night, as you can tell. There are the city lights, the freeways over there, and I'm at work right now, um, taking my lunch break, basically. Office 365 has a lot of different features. I mean, it's just a lot that it can do, and we're talking about the basic package. And then you can add on stuff like project management, task management, customer relations management, um, financial management. There's just so much you can do. Drawing diagrams. Um, there's just so much you can do within Office 365 that is just amazing. That just makes it such a package that no other service can barely touch. Yes, Google Apps has a lot of third party software, but within Microsoft itself, it is so well integrated that it just works so beautifully. And there's just no way that I using third party software. Salesforce. It doesn't really work that well with Office 365, but it is a really good package. But that's the thing; it's within itself. It's a different username and password. It can synchronize with Active Directory synchronization. You can get that hosted with Windows Azure so that you can sync your username and password with different sources. But it's not the same. It is a completely different way of doing things. Whereas with Microsoft, you have everything integrated. It works together. It just works nicely. Now let's talk about Microsoft Link. A lot of people they like to use VC. They like to use Skype. There's Google Voice or Google Hangout, actually Google Hangout, which replaced Google Talk. Um, and there are companies still using Microsoft Communicator 2007 R2 because they haven't upgraded their servers to Microsoft Link yet. And a lot of these services, they're great, but again, oh, and a lot of companies, they use Jabber. And I even know a company that even uses Yahoo Messenger. You have to create your own Yahoo account and then add users that way. I mean, Yahoo, really? Wow. Okay. Yahoo for personal use, yeah, but for corporate, no. But with Microsoft Link, it just works so nicely because the same username and password that you use for your email will also work with Microsoft Link. Microsoft Link is an installed application and I'm talking about the user end, not the server end. It's an installed application that you install on your workers' laptops and computers that allows you to instant message from one person to another in the same company. You can also do external communications if you turn on the federation. So if you do allow external federation in Microsoft Link control panel, which is in the admin part of the of Microsoft Office 365, you will be able to communicate to other link users of different companies, which is a good thing. But you can also communicate to Skype users. Now, as you may will have know, Windows Messenger, uh, what is it? What was it called? Windows Live Messenger. It got replaced with Skype. So in Link 2010, you were able to open federation to users of Windows Live Messenger, so you can talk to Windows Live users, and which was great because anybody who doesn't have an Office 365 account, like maybe like an external contact, all they had to do was download Windows Live Messenger and be able to communicate with your employees that way. But now you can do Skype, and Skype has video and audio conferencing. So you can conference on video, audio, as well as text. Okay, I'm sorry. Some guy passed by was with really bright lights, and it almost blinded me. And so you can communicate to Skype users and also have video and audio. Now, you can't do conferences on Skype, but what you can do is put a link to a link meeting and a Skype message. They can click on it and it'll open up a browser window. And even if they're not an employee of your company or they don't use Microsoft Link, they can still attend your meeting on Link, and you can do presentations to just about anybody in the world through Microsoft Link. Really awesome, right? And so this is what one thing that Microsoft Office 365 has is it has the capability of doing exactly the same thing or almost the same thing. Yes, you got more options if you have your own server, but you can do a lot more things on this new iteration of Microsoft Office 365 than you were in the previous iteration. There's a lot more options there. Now, Microsoft Link is also a good whiteboard. You can create a whiteboard. You can do video conferencing with multiple people. And we're talking about link to link now. You can show off your desktop as well as do PowerPoint presentations all within Link. So you got audio, you got the video, and you also got presentations all covered in Link. And it's all one standard application, and it's not expensive to use. Per user per license is $8 per month for E1 package, and E3 is $20 per month per user. E3 includes Microsoft Office 2013, which is the installed application version. So that's Microsoft Link, and it's very easy to set up. They just have to, if they have the E1 package, the only thing they can do is install OneDrive, which used to be OneDrive for Business, and they have to install Microsoft Link, and that's it. And that's the only thing they have to install on their computer. They can install OneNote OneNote for Business on their Android and iPhone, and they can also install Microsoft Office for Android and iPhone. Now, what's good about Windows Phone is that Windows Phone has all that built in. So you just open up the Office app on Windows Phone, and because you're logged in with your Office 365 account in your emails on your phone, it will automatically log you into your Office account. If it doesn't, just sign in with your same username and password, and your documents are available to you on the go on your Windows Phone. Now, Microsoft Office is not available for Android tablets yet. It's only available for Android phones, but it is available for iPads. So if you have an iPad, you can install Microsoft Office, sign in to your Microsoft Office 365 account, and you will have access to all your documents on your iPad and iPhone. Really good thing to have. So if you're stuck on your iPad and you don't want to move over to a Windows 8 RT or Pro, then stay with your iPad and still have your Office documents. Microsoft is nice when it comes to developing applications for Android as well as Apple. You can also install Microsoft Link on Android iPhone, and Windows Phone as well, which is a good thing to have. Now, when it comes to Microsoft Exchange is the email admin. It's the admin version for email, and this is where you can set up users, your security groups, your distribution groups. You can set up rules. You can set up archiving. You can set up journaling, discovery, and archiving is good because if you delete an email in Office 365 without turning this setting on, what will happen is it will get deleted completely. So if you ever want to go back and let's say you want to set up litigation, what litigation does is saves everybody's emails for a certain amount of time. You can set it for 30 days. So within 30 days, if you need to pull someone's email because maybe they sent out the wrong email and it destroyed the company, and you have to sue or come up with a case to fire that person, well, you can pull that worker's email and even though it's deleted, and still have access to all the emails. So when we say that all emails are logged, that is very true. All emails are logged for at least 30 days, 90 days, or however long you need to keep it. Now I'm going to get into web app and all that stuff in just a moment because web app will also include Outlook. Outlook is the user version of the email service that Office 365 provides. You got the Outlook web app. You also got Microsoft Outlook, but you need to have the E3 package in order to get Microsoft Outlook. Otherwise, if they have E1, either they have to buy Microsoft Office as a standalone package, or using Office 365 Home Premium version, they have to get it themselves, or they can use Outlook web app. We'll talk about Microsoft Office and the web apps in just a moment. Now, with Microsoft SharePoint is my favorite part of this whole deal, because SharePoint, in my opinion, is when you set up for SharePoint, you also have the ability to secure a lot of the different sites that are on there and even individual documents. So if you want to give someone access to a document, whether it's external or internal, you can do that. Right as we speak, I'm writing a script right now, and I have links, external links inside SharePoint, not on the public website, but on the internal website. And I can send out those links to people, and they can click on it, and they can access the script directly from SharePoint and give them view-only access. I can also give certain people edit access by sending them a certain link. They can log in with their Windows Live ID, Microsoft ID is what they call it now, and they can log in and collaborate in the document using Word web app, Excel web app, PowerPoint web app, and there's also OneNote. So they can collaborate on different projects with me at any time, which I think is a great idea, because if I do need another person involved, but they're not an employee of the company, instead of creating a whole nother account and have to pay for it, they can just log in with their Microsoft ID, and voila, they're in. They just have to log in. You can set it to where they can log in with a special ID, or you can set it to where they don't have to log in as long as they have a link. Collaboration is a great thing, because if you create a file on your computer and you save it to your hard drive, that is the old way of doing it. Save it to my hard drive. Then I attach the file to an email and send it to another friend who wants to look over the document and make corrections. He decides, you guys think about this, and then they make updates. Well, then all of a sudden we get a whole trail of updates, and it's not synchronized. If I send out links in SharePoint, upload that file to SharePoint, send out links to it, and they can edit the document using their browser, or they can open up the document in Microsoft Word It will save back to SharePoint. This will give them the ability to collaborate on the document without having all these different versions all over the internet. And what's also good is there's a setting called versioning. Versioning allows you to save different version numbers, which means that if I make an edit and I save it, go back to the original version and go back a couple edits. Every version is saved. So I don't have to worry about losing information that someone else made a mistake on. Maybe they accidentally deleted a whole paragraph that we needed for the document. Well, with versioning, I don't have to worry about losing certain information on my document. Great thing, right? Collaboration at its best. I'm telling you, Microsoft has it all together. Google Apps actually, I will have to give them props, started the collaboration part first. They're the ones that came up with it first when it comes to providing services for enterprise users by way of Google Docs, which is now known as Google Drive. And so you are able to collaborate with several different people on one document at any time. And so 5 people can be working on the document at any given time, and it's really, really a great service. Now, the difference being is that Google Docs does not like formatting very well outside of its own formatting protocols or proprietary coding, I guess. So when you try to save that document as a Microsoft Word document, you're not going to get good formatting. It's going to come out screwed up. And so if you have clients that have Microsoft Office and you want to save that document in Microsoft Word, you might as well stay within the same platform and stick with Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Microsoft Excel. And with collaboration being added to that into that pool, it just makes it so much easier to collaborate on certain documents without having to worry about losing all your data because you got the versioning turned on, versioning, and it's really a great thing. So make sure you have that turned on when you're in a document storage or document list. So what you're looking at is SharePoint being a one-stop, one location source of information for all your employees. It's like having the intranet, okay? There's no need to have a separate wiki because Microsoft SharePoint can be sort of like a wiki. It's not exactly a wiki, but it can be sort of like a wiki. Very easy to do. You just go in there, point, click, and there you go. You got yourself a pseudo wiki. And what's good about this particular wiki is you can set permissions. When you set permissions, you can set certain people to have access to edit all documents inside, or only contribute or add notes, and have view only access. Or you can restrict some of your employees from that information if they're not supposed to get to that information. So that's one good thing about that. So now we talked about SharePoint, Microsoft Link, and Microsoft Exchange. And I didn't really cover Exchange that much, but what's great about Exchange is you can set up security groups that will work within SharePoint. Any name that you add in the security group will automatically update the security file of a particular document, folder, or file itself. And so just because their name is added into that security group, they now have access to it, depending on whether it's contribution, edit, or publisher. And there's a couple more than that. Contributor is more like they can add stuff, edit their own stuff. Publisher means they can edit anybody's information, including their own. And then, of course, global administrator, they have access to everything. OneNote is an installed application that allows you to synchronize your hard drive with SharePoint documents, but it also lets you to synchronize your documents that are in the in your personal folder. Yes, you got your own personal folder, and it's all in Office 365. Oh, what if I have a laptop, a desktop, and a tablet? that all run Windows 8 Pro. No problem. If you got OneNote installed on each of those platforms, you are able to access your documents no matter which computer you use, and your phone, because you got the tools you need on your phone to access all those documents. All right, I got a few minutes left. Microsoft Office is an installed application. A lot of you are probably familiar with Microsoft Office, where it allows you to, there's different packages actually, like Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, and there are many others, and Microsoft Outlook. These are installed applications. Microsoft Word being a word processor, Microsoft Excel being a spreadsheet management, and then Microsoft PowerPoint being a presentation manager and designer application. And Microsoft Outlook is your email program that also works externally. So I'm telling you, Office 365 is the bomb. And I'm talking from experience. I've been using Office 365 for the very longest time, ever since it was invented. And I've been working for other people with Office 365 to get their setups going. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm very happy about my new position at the Buckley Group. And I just want to say peace out and have a good night. That's all I got for tonight.